Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Thursday the 25th of May. Here you can see I've got both tables in front of me. We've got the trend traders table and the day traders table, and they're showing us that the US dollar is still the strongest currency. We've also seen that the yen remains weak on the tables as well, and we can see that the pound is strong. Aussie and Kiwi also remaining weak at the moment, which has been great for us really, because we've been talking about shorts on Aussie US dollar which have come into targets. We've talked about the potential longs on pound Aussie, and we've also talked about the longs on dollar yen, which I will come back to, because I think the dollar yen at the moment is just kind of waiting for a bit of a catalyst. We've seen a little bit of a move up, so I'm looking to see maybe if we can get a pullback entry on dollar yen. That would be good. But the yen weakness is definitely an interesting topic at the moment, considering the US debt negotiations at the moment. I thought that the market may be a little bit tentative this week due to those negotiations, but I think the market's definitely pricing in the fact that an agreement will be made and that the US debt ceiling will be increased, because that's all that's happened in history. That's all we are used to. So I'm going to be focusing on a yen pair today, but I'm actually going to be focusing on pound yen. Pound could be getting stronger. We did get some UK inflation data out yesterday where inflation has come down, but not at a pace that the Bank of England was expecting. It's actually coming down at a slower pace. So are the Bank of England going to have to consider hiking rates further? Maybe that's going to fuel some short-term strength in the pound against a weaker currency like the yen. And if we go take a look at the pound yen at the moment, we are in an interesting level. We're actually coming up and trading above the 171 spot 50 handle. If I just zoom out here on this daily time frame, and those are those highs that formed back on the 31st of October 2022. The last time we actually spoke about pound yen was the short-term reaction. We were looking for a sort of selling here down to the 169 before seeing a continuation to the upside, and that's pretty much exactly what we had. And now price is consolidating above the 171 spot 50 level. It makes me think that we're going to trade to the next level of resistance, which is the 174 spot 50. Now I had to go to the weekly time frame and zoom out a little bit to find that level of resistance, but it's pretty much this high that formed back in 2016, which is in January, the end of January 2016. So that's the high that I'm working with. We can also see if we kind of look left at that point, prices kind of would be within this sort of zone here, where we've got lots of sort of resistance, lots of support, again resistance. So 174 spot 50 makes a lot of sense here if price was to continue to break to the upside. So the only thing surrounding these kind of conditions at the moment is you can see that the price is range bound here. If I was to go to a 4-hour time frame and zoom out a little bit, you can see that the price is trading at that 1.7150 and around about the 172 spot 50 as well, and we're just kind of bouncing back and forth there, which makes me think that there's an accumulation going on here. There's a tug of war between buyers and sellers, so we need to see someone win, and the tables are suggesting that the pound yen is going to move higher. So what I would like to see is one or two options. If price comes back down to the 171 spot 50, it could provide us with a potential long idea, because we'll be buying down at these lows. If price then breaks and retests the range from the upside, then that would also provide us with an opportunity to trade higher. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for here on pound yen. Now we talked about dollar yen yesterday. Dollar yen remains the top of the trend traders, so from a higher time frame perspective, it's the one that we should continue to take a look at. So if we go to dollar yen, you can see on the daily time frame here, price is trading above the 137 spot 75. That is what we were looking for. We actually talked about looking for the close above. So if you did get long where I was talking about, which was the 138 spot 75 on a buy stop order, you're currently around 75 pips up. I know the target is way up at the 142 handle. So if you were in at 138 spot 75, you're looking for that 320 pip reward. up to the next level of resistance. So that's what I'm kind of looking for here. Now, if we actually go to a 4-hour time frame, I'm actually looking to see if we get a pullback here, because price has actually formed like these kind of highs here around about the 139 handle. We did get a spike into it and price did react in a bullish way. However, I'm looking to see if we get a bit of a sort of longer term pullback into there. Then do we get another opportunity to get long? So you could also actually set a buy limit order around this level. As long as your stops were below key structure points, you'll probably be safe with a stop loss, especially down at the 137 spot 20, because you've got multiple barriers of support in the way of that. So you'd probably be okay with the sort of buy limit order there, stop loss below there, targeting that 142 handle. If you want a tighter stop loss, then we're going to have to wait for price to come back to the level, look for the price action movements for then a long opportunity there on dollar yen. But I still quite like dollar yen longs at the moment, still quite like the opportunity for a pullback entry. Another market that we discussed was yesterday was pound Aussie. Pound Aussie unfortunately hasn't pulled back. It's actually continuing to trade to the upside here, which is unfortunate because I was looking for the retest down at this one spot 87.75 and price has just continued higher. So we may have to look at this from a short-term entry point of view, and you can see at the moment price is kind of forming a squeeze pattern. If we were to trade above that, look for the retest and then look for a continuation. That's the thing that I'm probably going to be looking for going into this sort of next couple of days of trading, is if price can break and retest this zone, which is around about the 1 spot 89.25 handle. If price can trade through this area, close above it, come back down, retest it, that could be the area that provides us with a long idea up to the resistance of the 1 spot 9. That would probably give us a nice sort of 75 pip target there to work with. That would be more suited to a day trader though. I was looking more from a trend trading perspective, with price potentially coming back down to that area. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully that all made sense. And yeah, I'll look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Keep your eyes on pound yen, dollar yen, and pound Aussie. Thank you.